All right. Well, basically, my name is Francisco Garcia. I go by Paco. Um, I was in the Army 4 years at Fort Benning. After the service, I became a police officer in the city of Alvin and was there for about 8 years, I believe. And after my kids grew up, once they got out of, they went to both of our boys, my wife and I, we have two boys, Robert and Vincent, and they both served, one in the Army, one in the Marine Corps. So when we empty nested, I needed to get back in the outdoors and get back in touch with a brotherhood. And I used to guide. I used to manage a game ranch, and I had to give that up when my kids were little. So like I said, once they left the house and they were both in the service, I decided I'm going to reach out and utilize my talents and my time and my experience with an organization that we can devote to. So we went to a rodeo in San Antonio with some friends, and I met James Spivey. He's a former volunteer. He's active duty now, I believe, still. And James was telling me about H4H and showed me pictures, and I said, that's exactly what I want to do. So my wife and I used to hunt here in Mason. We had a deer lease over there, so we were in this area quite a bit. And we contacted, we stopped by the Headwaters Saloon. We got the information. They said, contact Steve Sweeney. So I reached out to Steve, and we made an appointment one time to interview each other because I didn't want to get involved with an organization that wasn't legitimate. And it turns out, I mean, we both, we both hit it off well, and he put trust in me and my wife, and I trusted what he's doing. And it's been, I think this is our 6th or 7th year that I think it's our 6th year that we've volunteered with the organization. My wife, Amanda, is the secretary for the organization. I'm on the board of trustees now, and I own my own business back home, State 28 Custom Design and Fabrication, and through that business, it's allowed me to meet potential sponsors, and we've had sponsors from the Seabrook area and back in Galveston County area. Customers that have become friends that have sponsored who are passionate about supporting veterans, and one of the prizes that we have, not prizes, but one of the items that we have in the auction today is donated by a couple of my customers, including our business, and it's the women's package for the auction today. And so it's getting everybody together. It's not just about the veterans and our vets to give back. And like I said, I'm a veteran. Both of my boys serve. My brother's a combat vet with the 82nd. My nephew's currently serving in the 80s. No, he's not with the 80s. He's in Fort Bragg, Special Operations Unit or something. But it allows us to make connections with people, and not just of military service. This weekend has been exceptional in that somebody took it upon themselves to band together a group of volunteers, and that leaves. It's worked so well that people are sitting around complaining they have nothing to do. So when most times we're struggling to try to keep up with things, and so I personally want to thank the volunteers that stepped out here this weekend, the veterans who step up to give back. And we're not perfect by any means. We deal with stuff, and some of our vets are still dealing with personal issues and PTSD issues, and we've had to deal with some pretty serious circumstances. But although we can't have those issues be represented within Headwaters for Heroes, we still stand by those service members. We still stand by those brothers and sisters in their time of need. It's just in a different capacity outside of Headwaters for Heroes, and it's the brotherhood, it's camaraderie, it's the network we build outside of this organization as well. Like I told you, I'm trying to expand the things that we do, our fishing trips, our hunting trips. I'm trying to expand those to the Gulf Coast. I like to one of these days put together a saltwater tournament similar to what we do on Lake Buchanan for the freshwater tournament. where we include the families, and the families are represented, the families are present. And we can get those guys at a different venue, different location, and have them see different things at just the cost of getting there. Like I said, I can go on for a long time about this organization. We're still here. I'm looking at doing what we can to expand it. We've been to Arkansas, we've been out to West Texas, we've been to Missouri. We have a really cool hunt coming up with one of my customers who has a 5-star lodging in Missouri, and we do some deer hunts up there. It's on one of our episodes with Crystal Frederick, and we keep in contact with these people. We keep in contact. It's not just them coming in to be with us for these hunts, and then we forget about them. We keep in contact. I reach out to them, make sure they're good. During one of the hurricanes, one of our Gold Star widows and her son, I put together a care package, and we drove out to Louisiana to help them. They lost their house. So I loaded up my generator, and in my church, we put together a care package, water and food, and we drove out there to help them and clean up and make sure they were okay. So that's the kind of support that we give the people within the organization, not just the veterans, but anybody who helps us. I personally make sure that we return the favor.